Hi everybody, it's Janet with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio here, and it's Saturday at noon. Oh, and I just saw that it's popped up on my computer, so let me bring it up over here so that I can see the comments when you pop on. I'd really appreciate it when you get here if you just give me a comment, a thumbs up or something so that I know that you're here. Once again, it is Saturday at noon and maybe a couple of minutes after. I'm a little bit late. I was trying to hook up my computer. I'm not used to getting that going yet, but I'm going to get that down soon to where it's not a technical issue for me every single time I try to go live. Anyway, today we are going to do a 6-inch Valentine cutout. This lighting is so odd in here. I can see shadows all over. I wonder if it's this one. I don't know that that helps any to turn that off either because then it's too dark in here. This lighting is just so odd. Anyway, let's just go on with what we're doing and not worry about the lighting because it's more about what you can see over here. Let me make sure that glue gun's getting hot. Yes, it is. We're going to need our glue gun today. I'm going to tilt you down. Here we go. What we're going to do is here we go. Hey, Clover, thank you for joining me. I see you there. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here with me today. What I've got here is one of those 6-inch cutouts. Now, you can get these just about anywhere at this point. Dollar Store has them for Valentine's Day, too. This one actually came with my kit for the welcome sign. So I thought what I would do today is, a lot of times people don't feel like painting or they don't, that's just not their particular craft that they're into. So I thought, well, what's another easy way that you could decorate something like this with things that are, kind of just around the house and, or things that I have anyway, that are just common little things that I have around here that would still turn out really cute. And I thought, well, I'm going to use this. I've got this piece of red felt that's left over from Christmas time. I didn't use it all up. There's some marker on the back, but that's okay. We're going to just use this as the back side of it for here. I have a bag. Now, this is just a mesh bag, and you can get many different kinds and many different colors. I use these for all kinds of different things. They're great for crafting. Your potatoes come in them, onions come in them, all kinds of potatoes, all kinds of different things come in these mesh bags. I always keep them. They're good for doing different crafts with. I use them for even covering over top of like a gift. You wrap a gift and you can just cut this open, put it over the top of it, and it gives it a whole different look. And you're going to see that today when we do this. And then I've got a couple of ribbons. I've got a cake wheel here that I might end up putting it on. I'm not quite sure yet whether or not I'm going to put it on the cake wheel, but we'll see how it looks as we go along. And I've got a couple of different ribbons that I thought would look really pretty on it too. I've got this little red and white check, and then I've got this sort of a burlap looking color with red through it. I've got paint all over my hands. Excuse my messy hands. I was painting earlier today trying to get some stuff done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heart. Now I want the felt to be large enough that I can bring it over the back side, and I'm going to hot glue it onto the back side of this. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that I leave enough room when I cut out around it that there's going to be enough to come all the way over and onto the back. There's all kinds of glue over here. I've got my glue gun going. We're going to use that in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and get my marker, and I'm just going to make this about somewhere around this much bigger than, hopefully that's going to be big enough to go up over the back of it. And then I will use my scissors also to trim an area so that it has a nice fit to it. But for now, we're just going to go with this right here and cut that out. Well, these aren't the best scissors. I probably should have brought up the other pair. But I guess if it comes down to it, I'll just pick it up here and start chewing it with my teeth, and I might do just as good a job as this pair of scissors. No, joking here, I'm obviously. not going to do that here on camera, start chewing on some felt with my teeth. But this is a very poor pair of scissors. You know, they say that if you get some aluminum foil and fold it in a few places and use your scissors and cut through the aluminum foil, that it will actually sharpen your scissors for you. So I think that is a test. You know, you guys know I like to experiment. So I think that that's a test that I'm going to try, and we'll see how that works, if that's for real. And I'll let you know with this pair of scissors. You'll probably be able to see the next time I actually use them, because I'm going to try that as soon as we get done here, because this is really not a good pair of scissors anymore. Anyway, I got to cut just a little bit more for it too, though. So we're going to put this right like this, and then I'm going to take this because we want it to have a nice, let's see, I'm not going to do it with that, am I? Right along through here, I need to make it just a little bit further down. Maybe that'll work right there, to where I can bring this up and over. I might need to do just a little bit further down. Not too much though. Just about like that. Okay, so now we're going to sit this just like this. And I'm going to start hot gluing it around the back. And it looks like I'll need to maybe make a cut in it, like right there. Now, I don't know how these scissors are going to cut for me when I go to start making these little cuts. What about you? Are you any better? Let's see what you do. Oh, that might be the answer to the problem. There we go. Let's try that. Now we're just going to put a glob of glue right here. And we're just going to bring this right over the top and hold it here for a second. Let it get on there good. I'm pretty sure I've got this cut to where it's going to work itself all the way around. Let me see about this one. Do that like that. I'm going to put a glob over here too, so that it does. Maybe I shouldn't yet. Maybe I should just leave this be for a moment, and we'll see how this works out. So we're going to bring this up, and then we're going to put another cut about right there. You can kind of see where you're going to need to cut as you pull it up around the outside. Okay, so we're just going to put a glob right there. Come out. I don't want to press it too hard because that gun will shoot it out. And that looks like that's just going to be a little piece of excess. We'll cut that off. Bring this piece up right like that. That looks like that'll work pretty good. And then maybe we will cut it right there. Just a little snip. All right, put a glob right here. And you know, if it turns out after a while that I don't like it this way, I can easily just peel this off the back and still go ahead and paint my 6-inch heart. It wouldn't matter at all. This is just something on the back side of it. I'm not going to be putting anything actually on the front, you know, literally on the front of this piece of wood. So it could be taken apart at another time and used in a different way. And it wouldn't make any kind of a difference whatsoever. So let's see. They seem to always call when I'm online. I'm just going to cut that little extra piece off there. I'm going to do the same thing as I go around here. Let's see, we'll cut this one about, let's say right there, looks like the spot. As I'm folding it, how I'm determining where I'm cutting is where it looks like it's going to pucker. As I pull it around, it looks like there's going to be a pucker in a spot. then that's how it's like, I'm just going to cut it right there. Let me put that right here. Hi, Clover. Thank you for joining me. I see your comment there. Thank you. I appreciate the comment. That helps me know that you're actually out there and you can hear me, and I'm not. Sometimes you wonder about it when it says that it's live, and it's hard to tell. There. There. That's better. Pick it up and cut it. Okay, now this one seems like it might go to about right there, maybe. As I get a little further down, I think it'll be a little easier because it's going to have more of a straight spot. I've got paint all over my fingernails. Well, I guess that happens when you're painting. I seem to get it on me pretty easily. Okay, we're going to take this one now. I bet this will probably... Let me see if I can fix this right there. And then I can take this just about all the way down to there. So that'll be a nice quick run of it. Let me cut this little square off right here. And I don't know if that's going to pucker or not. Maybe not. Maybe I can hold it with my hand just like that. That's what we're going to try to do. Okay. I'm just going to run it all the way down. Just run a line. And then I'm going to try to take my hand. I don't want to touch that because I know how hot that glue is. And I touched it, of course, because I always do. I never can get done. I never can use a hot glue gun without actually taking a little hot from it, taking a little heat. There we go. Now see how that's looking on the front? Nice little edges to it. We're just going to take that. Now I'm going to cut it. Right there. And I'm going to cut this excess off down here on this edge. I'm going to pull it up over this side. Maybe I'm going to take this real quick down here at the bottom and just trim that just a smidgen to where it's not going to be sticking out down there no more than just like this. Make a little point. And we'll take that up to about, well, maybe just to right here this time, not too far. And this time we're going to do it right over the top of that, and I'm going to put just a smidge right there on the side, just a little bit. I don't want too much. And then let me press this up. Bring it down on top of that. Come on now, get up there. I'm trying not to put my finger in that hot glue. Being extra careful. Still getting it on my fingernail though. I don't want to make a big mess on the back either. Okay. Now we're getting it. Let me press this just a little bit better right here. Okay, now we're going to frame this piece up. So that looks like that's going to need to be cut right there. So let me put a drop in this spot. Just a little spot. Hold it for a moment. Up. Okay, now I think that that's probably only going to go to about right here. So that's just a little bitty spot I'm going to need here. wait till we start putting that mesh on here. That's going to look really cool. You're going to be surprised at how neat that looks on top of this. And then we're going to finish it off with that ribbon. And it's really going to start shaping up here in just a moment. Okay, about right here. Put me a glob right there. Trying to push it up tight around here. I'm going to cut that excess off in just a moment. Like this right here, and these little extra pieces that are sticking out right there, those little raggedy looking pieces, we're going to cut those off to where it has a nice fit to it. Bring this up. I'd say, oh, maybe right here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Maybe just a little glob right here too. All right, we're about to get this done. Let's see, that's going to have to be cut in half because you can see that that's not one to lay right there, but that's all right. We're working on it. We're going to make it work. Take my thumb and hold that down just a moment, and we're going to trim these little edges off. And here we go. Get this last little piece up here. Now, nobody's going to see that little top, so we're not going to worry about that. You know, right in here. That's not noticeable. That old glue on the front of it is. Okay. So now we're going to take the scissors and we're just going to trim off these little extra pieces that are sticking up, keeping it from having a nice, smooth background to it. All right, get that out of the way. Now we've got that part done. And it looks pretty cute just like that, doesn't it? It's just a little red felt heart. But we're going to take this and we're going to put it over it. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it open. Doesn't matter how you do it or if it's straight or none of that, doesn't matter. And we don't need this down here at all, so we'll just cut that off. Throw it away. Oh, didn't quite get all the way cut. Okay. And now we're just going to probably use, we're just going to take this and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to glue it around here very easily on the outside. So we probably need to cut us a piece. I don't need to cut this in the shape of a heart at all. This can just, because it's going to be pulled as I do it too. So we're just going to cut out a hunk. Come on, scissors. There we go. All right. Now we can just take this and we're just going to put the glob. I know it's going to get me when I do this because there's no way for it not to. I'm just going to try to put some on here and see if I can't maybe hold it this way without actually touching that glue. Let me see. Maybe if I take this pin and sort of press it down into it. because I want it to get in there, but I don't want to have to personally squish it with my finger. There now, as it's drying, that'll work. Oops, there goes my pen. Peel that off. And then we're going to pull this a little bit. Wait a minute, we better work on the top first. Put us another glob right in here. Ooh, it's kind of melting it. That hot glue gun's so hot, it's melting this little plastic. I didn't think about that, but I guess that's part of it too. You have to be careful. Maybe I should have been using my smaller glue gun. It's not quite as hot as this one, but that's okay. It's going to work out in the end. I'm going to take this piece right here and bring it up. My hand's shaking like that because I'm trying to apply pressure, and that's my right hand, and I'm not right-handed. I'm trying to hold it down with my left hand. There now. Press that down in and press this down in there. There now. I'm trying to press it in. There we go. That might work. That might work. Who knows? We'll see. Pull this just a little bit snug here, and we're going to pull it up right like that. And maybe we'll do this right in that same middle looking area, or maybe I can do it over in here some to where it won't maybe melt it quite as quick. I'll let it start to cool down just a little bit and then pull it over that. Because I don't want it to just melt up the plastic. Yeah, try to work it into it. Now, you guys know I'm experimenting. I don't try this stuff beforehand. I didn't think about it actually melting this up, but yeah, it does. So you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful if you're using this mesh from vegetables and stuff. Bring this over right here. It's getting short at the top, but I guess that's okay because I'll still have enough to bring around right in here and just put some of the glue right in that area. Let me put some right here. Trying to press it down in there, and I can see that it's melting it. But as long as it holds it is the main thing, because we are going to wrap this with our ribbon too, so that's going to also give it a little more stability. There we go. And this might work just a little bit better in these spots where there's some felt for it to hold on to. Let me see, press this down in there. Okay. Now I'm going to put this right across here. And then see if I can't take this pin and maybe roll these pieces into it without having to actually touch it. Yeah, that's working. Still getting a little bit on me, but at least it's not burning the holy heck out of me. There we go. Let me get it off of me. Bring this right in here and just glue this in. some right there and right here. And I'm just trying to hold it in that little bitty spot for just a moment until it can kind of get a grip on it without melting it too badly. Don't want to get my pen too much caught up in it though. I got to keep my pen free. There we go. That's holding that. Push this down right in there. Get a little bit on it. And then I just got push that right there. Come on now. Hold that down. Gotta put a little glob right here. And we're going to be done with getting the mesh on it anyway. Press that in there. Now I had a couple of different ideas for how this could look. You know, I could get the red buffalo check, the red and black buffalo check out, the big wired ribbon that I've got. I thought that would look really nice too. I could make a very big bow with that and put that on the front of it and have it really pretty, you know, with a bow on it. And that would look really pretty on top of this. Let me press that in. Come on now. Stick to it. Okay. So now that's how this is going to look now. See how it gives it a really neat look? And it's just that piece of mesh. You have to make sure that your glue gun's not so hot that it's going to melt it, but it just has a nice, neat little look to it, I thought. And see, now I thought I had another bow over here too. I thought, well, I could put this black and white bow. I could put that on it, but it's kind of big and overwhelming when you look at it. It's just a little too big. If I had just maybe the little black and white bow itself, that might look cute. That would look cute, actually, I think. But instead, what I think we're going to do is we're going to take this right here, and I think I'm going to bring it across just like this, and just glue it on the back, and then do the red and white check right over top of that. Maybe I'll make it go around a couple of times. Maybe, you know, a couple of times. Maybe once up this way and like that, and then put a bow up here at the top, a nice size bow. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 times around, or I think I like it better with just the 1 time around, and we'll put a pretty bow at the top of it. Hold it more, get it more this way, just like this. I think that's what I'm going to do, right like that. So for this, I just need a small piece of the ribbon for the back. So I'm just going to cut it right there. I'm going to put a glob of the glue right here. Press it down just a minute. Second to get a good grip on there. Is that how we want it? Yeah, just like this. So then we'll put us another glob of glue right there. Press that down. Get the red and white check. I'm going to put it right in the middle of it just like this. So we need a piece about this long. Okay. Ouch, you got me. Ouchie, ouchie. I knew it would. Always does. That's all right. Get off of there, stuff. Make sure that it stays right there. Oh, glue. Oh, glue everywhere. It's all over me. This right here. I'm trying to avoid putting it on that plastic because I know that that was so hot it was melting it before. So just going to press it right here on top of the other ribbon then. Still getting it on me. Okay. Get all the little stuff off of it. Then we're going to take our ribbons here and we're going to put one on top of the other. Sorry about that. You always seem to have something going on here. I've got so many dangly pieces of glue hanging on me, it's ridiculous. Okay. We're just going to take these two. We're going to see how this works here. See if we can do it this way. I may not be able to do this way. If I can keep the two ends together properly. Come on. Let me pull him back just a little bit. Pull this one back and that one back just a little bit. Just a second here, guys. Just a second. This brown one needs to be pulled in just a smidge. Now, the only thing that it did that I didn't want it to do was it got this part back here. Can I turn you around? Maybe I can. Okay, so now I've got this turned around a little bit here. And this one right here. So we're just gonna take our scissors and cut this off all around right there. And then we can take the two ends, put them together here. Put all of them together, just like that. And then we're just gonna cut it at an angle. And now we've got a lovely little bow to put right on the top of it, right here. And I'm gonna glue it just like that. So let me put a glob of glue right there, because I want the pink and white to stay up on the top. I mean the red and white to stay up on the top right here. And it's getting me. I'm stringing it over here. Okay, and then we're gonna put another glob. Doggone, you get off of there. Another little glob right over here. And bring this one down, because we don't want him to cover that up. And we're going to put a little glob right underneath him to hold it down. Right down there. I don't like how he's cut. Let me. There. That's much, much better. All right, guys. And I think that that's all we need to do for our little Valentine cutout that we can hang on the porch. I'm going to put a little piece of Velcro on the back of it. I got a little piece of glue right there on there. I'm getting that off.